Hi everyone, this is Wendy from My Menopause Transformation. I've just got off a Zoom call with a lot of practitioners from around the world who've been doing my 12-week course. It's been a fantastic opportunity to meet them. We've been working through some of the case studies that they've been doing, and it's been really fascinating to really get an understanding of some of the clients that they've got and how they can be helping them to improve their menopause symptoms. And one of the things, this outstanding things that have really come through is, as I've talked to them, has been about their clients, has been how busy their clients are and how stressed they are, and how a lot of women these days have lots going on. And we all know that it can be a very challenging time when there is a lot going on in our lives. But what we've got to do is just understand that as we come from perimenopause to menopause to postmenopause, then it's a time when our hormones are changing, and there's very powerful connections between the pituitary hormones in the brain, the thyroid hormones, your stress hormones, the adrenal hormones, and of course the reproductive hormones. So when the reproductive hormones are changing, and not just estrogen and progesterone, but also the master reproductives in the pituitary gland. When those hormones are changing, it has an effect on around the body, and it certainly has an effect on our thyroid and, in particular, our adrenals as well. As we move from menopause to postmenopause, as I keep telling women, your body is aging, and therefore there are changes going on throughout the body, particularly in the thyroid, particularly in the gut. Many of you end up getting gut health problems. Our joints change. We lose estrogen in the joints, so they start to stiffen up. But perhaps the most remarkable change is actually inside our blood vessels, and when we're starting to lose, or that estrogen is declining and progesterone, we're getting changes to the inside of our blood vessels. And those changes cause a little bit of vascular stiffness and a little bit of change to the certainly the vascular system and the arteries. And as such, our blood pressure can go up. So I was just reminding the practitioners on the program that what we have to be really aware of is having foods that help to reduce our blood pressure, um, especially as you're going into postmenopause. So some of those foods are out of the Mediterranean diet, making sure that we're having enough vitamin C in our diet. If you've been following my newsletter, then I've been talking about vitamin C lately, and also really thinking about how busy you are and how much stress you've got going on in your life. And I don't just mean emotional stress, I also mean physical stress. It's really interesting now that there's a lot of pressure on women to be doing a lot of intense exercise. And yes, a lot of us have been doing it for years, but sometimes we can be over exercising, particularly if we're not sleeping. And if we're not sleeping and we're over exercising, then that can set up inflammation around the body, particularly around our heart. It affects our cardiac function. And for many of you, it can drop your iron levels. And if iron levels are low, and particularly if you're still menstruating, then that can actually contribute to worsening hot flushes, brain fog, and feelings of anxiety. So just some little tips there that we need to just be really conscious that we're going through. If you're entering perimenopause, or you're in menopause when your periods have stopped, or even as you go into postmenopause, we do just need to slow down a bit, and we just need to understand that our body is going through a major hormonal shift as we move into our aging, and this has effects around the body. I'm Dr. Wendy Sweet. My PhD was in women's healthy aging, and I am the founder of My Menopause Transformation. I'm also a member of the Australasian Lifestyle Medicine Society, and if you go to my website, there's lots of articles there, lots of information. You can do my 2-hour webinar. It's a masterclass on menopause. Or if you want to take that further, you can join me on the programs, the 12-week programs that I run. So I just want to check in with you. I've been finishing off my practitioner series, and we're really talking about the impact of stress on women who are coming through menopause, and I just wanted to remind you about that.